Hi, friends. Long time no chat. Um, I have just been living life. Um, work, work, work. That's what I was doing. And then the beginning of June, we. Shit. I'm just going to say it. Forgive me because my memory is shot right now. And I'm trying to get to that, but here's what happened. So, I think like June 8th, William and I went to Vegas and went to Vegas because it was our anniversary, um, and decided that that's what we are gonna do because that's what we like to do is just go to Vegas. So went to Vegas for the first time ever. We got to fly out there, which was exciting, and there was little to no chaos, with the drive. My hair's a hot mess. I'm sorry, guys. Um, it was just kind of fabulous. Everything seemed to be really great and looking well. So hats off in that as well. Um, had a really, really good week. We did some really great things. We rented a Porsche Boxster, like a sports car. I didn't drive. Did not drive. I left all that up to him. Um, but it was a good time. Like I said, one of our best trips to Vegas ever. Um, with that being said, when you're in Vegas, you don't sleep a lot. So I think we came home Tuesdays. Yeah, Tuesdays. So the next week. So we got there on a Wednesday. The next Tuesday, we were coming home. Okay. And Tuesday morning, I woke up and I'm like, man, I feel so drunk. Oh my God. And William's like, yeah. And the thing with it is, we didn't drink at all but one night. Like, we drank one night in Vegas, and I think that was our anniversary, which I got a ring upgrade. It's very, very pretty. I don't know if it'll focus on it. I don't know. Maybe if I do it that way. There we go. Well, I hope you guys can see it, but pretty upgrade. Um, but I think we only drank the one night, and the one night we literally drank and then didn't drink. Like we stopped drinking and became sober before we even went back to the room. Um, because I don't know, something just I don't know. I just didn't want to drink that much. Or I think we had a horrible time getting drinks, something like that. I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember. But on Tuesday morning we woke up. Oh, Monday night we stayed up all night. Like, I don't know why we do this to ourselves. Like little kids, we just stayed up all night. And we're like, we can handle it. We're flying home tomorrow. So 3.5 hours of sleep is what we got that night per my phone. Like, I use the sleep machine, so it tracks my sleep, and we got 3.5 hours of sleep that night. Good job. Good job. So when I woke up and I felt kind of like drunk, like I said, it was just like, dang, feeling drunk. And William's like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm fine. I just feel drunk. And he's like, okay. Kind of weird, not going to lie. But I wasn't going to worry about it. I just felt drunk. So we got packed up. We met our car. We went to the airport. Let me back up a little bit. Monday, we had went out and about, and we went down to New York, and we decided we were going to try the whole tram system, where you like get on and then go down a little bit. And so when we get over to Aria, their escalator was not working. And I think I am just a chief almighty and I'm going to do it all. So I'm like, let's just walk. And William's like, are you sure? Let's do it. I can make that mountain of stairs. I'm good. Are you sure? And I'm like, I got this. By the time I got to the top, I had the weirdest, I thought it was an asthma attack. And it may have been, I don't know. But my ears were just ringing, and I'm like, William, blow on me, because I was so hot and just so flush, and my heart was just beating so fast like up in the 130s and 40s. My watch tells me that, so that's how I know. It was weird, and it took me a little bit to regulate from that. And I'm like, okay, my inhaler, I did use it, but it didn't make me feel woohoo better, But I didn't think about it. Um, and normally after an asthma attack, your body's just kind of tired. So I didn't think about the fact that, here I am dragging ass the rest of the day. But I made it through, y'all. I powered through. I walked all over. We went down to New York, New York. We realized that don't use the tram, it's stupid. From where we stayed at the Cosmo, you got to get on at the Aria, and we went down to New York, New York, and it's just was worthless. So, I mean, all in all, Monday was a great day. Powered through, but that was a major event that did happen. Okay, so then go back to Tuesday, fast forward. Sorry, my brain's all over. Woke up with the headache. We went ahead and got ready to go through the airport. Vegas airport's a breeze to get through, to be honest. It was easier than our Oklahoma City one. So, we go from there and we get to Denver. Still in Denver. Okay, so first of all, when we fly out from Las Vegas, guys, I remember telling William I was tired. I don't even remember takeoff. Nothing about takeoff do I remember. Like, I laid my head in the little crevice of his arm and I was out. And very abnormal, because, like, that's a lot of trust to put in the takeoff, the landing, the turbulence. It's just so much. Never advice. I went all the way to Hawaii. Never slept like that. And then, so we go to Denver and we have to change planes. And so we're in Denver and we change planes and we have to walk through the airport. They changed our gate. It was just a hot mess. And William's like, why don't we get on the escalators? Because, they have them that push you through even a straight walk. And I'm like, okay, but even on the escalators pulling me through, I'm walking through. Like, I'm fine. I'm just so tired. And I'm like, I just cannot wait to get home, sleep in my own bed. I'll feel so much better tomorrow. Okay. So the thing is that I'm still feeling really drunk. Like, and I really still to this day cannot explain what that means really, because I still feel this way. But, like, I just feel kind of like, like my memory is kind of shot. Things come and go. And you just feel like you're circling right here from the middle of your brain, like just spinning. And it doesn't get better. I talked to my doctor today. Oh, hold on. Let me go. So the deal was on Tuesday night, I think is when we came in. I told William, if I'm not better in the morning, I'll call the eye doctor tomorrow morning, because this is just really kind of weird. Because, I feel like what it felt like is somebody was putting a bowl around my head and like right here, like halfway through my glasses, and I couldn't see right. I was like, it's just very, very weird. So he's like, yeah. So we go to bed, 9.5 hours of sleep, y'all, is what my phone or my machine registered. 9.5 hours. I woke up and I'm just like, I am so tired. And William's like, you okay? And I'm like, yeah, but I'm going to go ahead and call the eye doctor because I still having some issues seeing, still feel drunk. And he's like, that's a good idea. Call him. I was like, are you sure? Because, he's leaving Thursday and I really didn't want to take away from our time. But y'all, I'm kind of nervous. Like, I'm getting scared. I can't see right. I feel drunk. Like, what the fuck? So he's like, yeah, I'd right. Just go ahead and go. So we go, and I'm telling you, the doctor, I'd never been here before. They got me right in. Emergency purpose, because, I guess when you say you've lost vision and you're a diabetic, they're kind of like, come here, my friend, let's take care of you. So I really thought at that moment I was just having some diabetic issues. I thought maybe my sugars, were just too high in my glaucoma, because that's a big thing for diabetics. I was like, here I start. Like, I'm just not gonna lie. I just truly thought that that's what it was. So they're like, I don't know. I really can't tell you the rest from there, besides the fact that I don't know who the guy was. I think it was her. I know that I didn't see the doctor because she was out of the office, but I seen a guy that was amazing. And he was this little bitty short dude. And he was just like, I know it's kind of weird. And he's like, I was like, it's just my left eye. And he's like, okay. And he had me do some field tests, like looking in the machine and, push a button every time you feel it or see it. And I'm like, okay. And I mean, couldn't see shit over here. But I mean, I saw a few over here, I thought, we're good. Well, I knew we weren't good, but I thought it was just that eye again, no problem. So what happened is that from there, he's like, I think you've had a stroke. And that's where my mind kind of shut off. Like, I think that from that point forward, I don't remember much. And I don't remember looking at William for the rest of the day. And I don't know if it was because I knew that if I looked at him, I was just going to cry. I don't really know what it was, but they're like, we're going to have you see your primary care doctor. And it's like, well, okay, I can call him, because me and my doctor are really, really close. And I knew if I was on the phone and I told them what was going on, I would have a better chance of getting in to see him immediately versus them not knowing it's me. I called and the little front desk girl's like answers. I'm like, hey, so I'm at the eye doctor and they said I need to see Dr. O'Brien because they think I've had a stroke. She's like, oh, hold on. And she comes back and she's like, go to the ER now. Guys, I am not kidding when I tell you it felt like they took 10 more hours of testing there at the eye doctor. And I got what they were doing because they were just trying to make sure everything was done. But that felt like a lifetime. And I remember talking to William on the way to work. Or not the way to the hospital. But I don't remember our conversation. And that bugged me, but whatever. So, I don't know what happened from there. I'll be honest, I have no idea what happened from there. I don't remember. It was probably one of the weirdest things in my life. It still is today. Because, I remember pieces. I remember... going to the restroom, I think, in the ER room. Going down the hallway. I don't know, really. And I remember them telling me that I was getting a CAT scan. And I'm like, okay. William, I do remember William and I having a conversation. He's like, what do I do here? What do I do? What do I do? I'm supposed to leave out because his boss is really weird. He's like, can you be there the night before? I'm like, dude, we live an hour away. Not even an hour away. We live 45 minutes away. He could stay at the home, but William's like, I don't want to go. And I'm like, okay, I understand you don't want to go. I said, I get that. I don't want you to go. I said, but I'm going to be real. If I'm having a stroke, I don't know how long I'll be off, be off work. And, I mean, he's like, oh my God, I didn't, it just hit him, he's got to go to work. And so I don't even know when he left. I don't know. I think he was there for the first MRI. And if y'all have never had a head MRI, that was scary shit just in itself. I remember and I'm like, what the fuck are they doing? Because my head just was hurting by this point. I have a headache. And they supposedly gave me something to calm me down. They didn't give me shit. They're like, do some deep breaths. I'm like, I am a counselor. That's what I do, is tell people to use their coping skills and to breathe. And y'all, I can't. I cannot breathe. I cannot breathe in this machine. I cannot see. My vision is gone. Okay? Like, I need you to understand I am not okay. And she's like, okay. So I don't know what she did, but like, she had this little thing in my hand to where if I couldn't handle it, that I could push it or, like squeeze it and it would stop and it would pull me out. And then I did that like 3 times and I'm like, oh my God, I've got to have this MRI because they're trying to see where this stroke is. So, goes back in. She says, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to hold your hand and I'm going to tell you that they're going to take you into your hips, like your hips. When your hips, your legs, your feet will all be out. And I just remember thinking, like, I have so much to live for. Like, my doctor wouldn't put me through anything that he didn't think was important. Life's just not starting for me. Like, it's been the best. So all my positive thoughts started, and somehow I managed through. Yay. They got me up into a room because, of course, I'm going to be admitted. I just had a stroke. And again, they thought it was a mini stroke. That MRI and the CAT scan is what helped them determine it was not a mini stroke. It was an actual stroke. And let me see if I have the name of it. Sorry, give me just a second. I know I sent it to William. Okay. I had an ischemic stroke. Clot stops blood supply to an area of the brain. The area of the brain that it stopped is my visual. That's why I cannot, still to this day, see correctly. But the sad part of this is that she didn't know that was the kind of stroke I had, because though they did that part of the MRI, she's like, look, sweetie, I really need to do another test inside that MRI in order to be able to see what we're doing here. And I'm like, she's like, I promise they said you were such a trooper. I mean, you flew back from Vegas having a stroke. You're such a trooper. And I'm like, I don't care what kind of trooper I am. That was traumatizing and it's scary. She grabbed my hands and she said, I know, but you're 43 and I don't want you to die. So I just want to know what it is. And I'm like, okay. That's all she had to say. She said, I'll give you really good Valium. Okay. So she said it'll be tomorrow morning. They're going to come get you. And they were doing some other test where on my heart, they wanted to rule out any heart issues. So that day they did my first MRI. And they was doing something on my throat. I think that the actual pill that they gave me to calm down kicked in when they were doing that scan on my heart, through my throat, my arteries. Because she's like, I'm going to need you to stay awake. And I'm like, I'm awake. I wasn't. But just a lot of tests. It was a busy time. And I felt so alone, but like there was so much going on, like so alone but so busy, because even today, like I use a headset and that's how I talk to William all the time. And yes, that thing just presses my head to all gets, and like it hurts. So I miss talking to him, but I can only do it in short spats, spurts. I don't know. But we did realize, and we have understood, that I did have a full-blown stroke. They're thinking that it was Tuesday morning, The one doctor said, after I told her about Monday, she said, you could have had it Monday, but we're going to pray that it was Tuesday, because you only have, like, there's this period of time when you're having a stroke that's the best time for a better recovery. Um, and I'm like, well, okay. But they want to say that I had it Tuesday morning because of waking up and feeling drunk, and then the vision issues starting. And Monday I didn't have any problems, so they want to say Tuesday. Um, it's just been so much. Like, I came home. What day did we come home? We came home the 14th. Sorry, I had to look at a calendar. The 15th, I went to the eye doctor and went to the ER and got admitted. And then all of this started, and not to be mean, but they weren't giving me my insulin like they should have. They weren't giving me my other meds, and my body just did not feel right at all. And I was just like, I need to go home because I need my medicine like it's supposed to be, like, especially my insulin. The most they ever gave me in the hospital was 3 units, and I'm like, what the I take 120 units. But whatever. So I knew my goal was to come home, and I wanted to come home before last weekend. So I told the lady on Thursday I would agree to a few more tests as long as I was out of there Friday. No matter the result, just make sure I'm home Friday, because I needed to be home. I needed to be home for my ability to sleep and be safe and not to be frustrated, because we'll talk about this, more of the bullshit that happened at the hospital later. But I was home Friday. My mom came and got me. It's a lot of sleeping, which I was told today to continue just to rest my body. Like, I guess it takes up to 3 weeks for this to start the healing process. My blood pressure to go down, because I guess my blood pressure has been very high. But it's just, again, it's a whole process, and they want it to go down slowly versus quickly. There was a major lab that they did, a lab test, and I didn't know the importance of it, besides that was one of the tests I had to take in order to come home Friday. And we've gotten one test result back, and it shows that maybe a blood clotting disorder, but it caused the blood clot. But we don't know if there's more, because we haven't got the rest of the test back. So that will be determined the more we get in. The prayer is that that's what it is, and the reason is because I would immediately be put on blood thinners, and that would mean no strokes in the future, because there would not be the ability for that to happen. They're okay with me doing some work, not gonna lie. They don't want me going to my group home because of there's just so much with 12 and 13 and 11-year-old boys, so they really don't want that to happen. But they're okay with me seeing some of my outpatient clients, so I'm gonna do that as much as I can. I'm not gonna oppress myself or worry myself. I'm just gonna do what I can do. But yeah, it's been a whirlwind of everything going on. And I had taken this hiatus because we had so much going on, like, that we haven't even talked about yet. And I mean, we'll talk about that more later, but I never wanted my first video to be, hey guys, I'm lucky to be alive because I had a stroke, because I would have never thought that was in the cards for me. But it was, and here I am, and it's so hard. I have some of the best friends. I have a wonderful, wonderful fiance, boyfriend, whatever this is. But we're not married and we're not planning a marriage. I have my mom, like, God love her. She has no choice but to put up with me right now. I can't drive, so my kiddo and my mom are kind of my chauffeurs. Have to depend a lot on people right now, more than I ever thought I would. But I'm alive, and though my vision sucks and my words stumble sometimes, I'm alive to share this story. And to me, that's amazing. And so, my promise to you guys is that I can't guarantee every day, but I can guarantee that I'm definitely going to talk more about the positivity in life and, what we get from it and changes in my experiences and what has helped me, because that's what I'm going to do. So, I'm a stroke survivor, and life's a little confusing right now, but I'm very happy to be here, and just ask that you guys ask questions. If, there's anything you have questions about, like, ask. If there's anything that you guys have for support, or so, if you've been through this and you know anything, if you have positive words that you could say to me, to, my support system, just, anything positive. Your girl's an emotional mess. It was funny because I don't know what I'm gonna have William help me with this lighting. Hopefully he can see it and tell me how to fix it. But my mom, really thought I was depressed because I was sleeping so much, and my mom hasn't drank since I was born. Let alone be drunk. So I looked at her and I said, Mom, I'm fine. I promise. If I was depressed, I would tell you. And I said, but I just feel so drunk all the time, and it never stops. And then sometimes this headache just comes, and she's like, okay, as long as I know you're safe. And I'm like, I promise you I'm safe. Like, I'm not depressed. So at the doctor's office today, my doctor was like, oh, she would tell me, because that's what I do. But, again, I hope you guys don't get tired of what I talk about coming up. It might be a little different, but right now, your girl's got to do some emotional healing. And I want to be support for other people. Like, I know people out there that have probably lived through this, or that are going through this with their family or whatever. And you guys, it's hard. So, I'm back. I'm going to do some videos. Probably not going to be all the fancy dancy intros and outros, but I'm back. And this is just what it's going to be. So, thank you guys for listening to me babble tonight. Again, thank you for watching this, because I know you're going to watch this because you guys are amazing people. And, to my family that's watching, William, thank you for going out and providing for us so that I never have to worry. Mom, you're a hero, like, you do it all. My brother came by today, and I love that being more than I ever thought I did. I think his text was part of what kept me going, too. Like, probably one of the deepest texts I had ever got from my brother. And I don't remember when I got it, but I remember feeling that feeling of love. Just thank you guys. Everybody. Mike, I thank you for all that you do, and for reaching out, and just everybody. And my kid for just coming over and just doing nothing with me the other day. Like, thank you all. So for now, I'm going to sign off. I'm going to try to figure out how to load this up because I've not remembered a whole lot in life, but see if I can get it. And I'll be back. Thank you guys. Bye.